The hair, let me just close up for you to see. The hair is super soft. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. Just wanted to come to you today to do a hair review, but before I get involved in that, let me just explain why I do hair reviews. I know a lot of you are thinking, but you sell hair or you sell wigs, so why are you publicizing somebody else's work? Now the reason is I don't sell hair. Impressive Wigs by Lovette does not sell hair, and there are a lot of people out there that contact me and just want to buy bundles of hair, maybe a closure to do a weave. I don't sell hair, so I must have companies that I do refer you to, that companies that I've tried their hair, companies that I trust, and companies that I know will give my clients or people that I have referred to them good quality hair. This company that I'm going to be talking about today, Luxhairious, it's a company that I've had about 6 or 7 clients over the course of a year bring me hair that they've purchased from them for me to make into wigs, and I've obviously looked at it, I've felt that the quality was good, and hence I contacted Tina, who is one of the owners of Luxhairious, and I made a purchase. I purchased some hair from her. I purchased 3 bundles and a frontal in order to do a review on the hair. We'll be doing 2 more reviews because I've chosen a company that is based in the UK, a company that is based in the US, and a company that's based in Sweden. And that is because those are the 3 countries that most of my clients come from. If you're going to contact me to try and buy hair, you might as well contact one of my contacts in your country and do the purchase there instead. So let's get started. Like I said, I contacted Tina and I asked her for specifications of what I wanted because I had seen on their Facebook page, which I will link down below, a curly texture that was really gorgeous. So first of all, I had one of my cousins, Amina, who was looking for some hair, so I referred her to Tina and she made a purchase. Then Tina's in-house hairstylist, Daisy Atieno, did the weave for my cousin. And I just fell in love with that hair from the very first time I saw it. And I'm going to read directly from the Luxhairious website how they describe the hair that I have made into a wig today. According to Luxhairious, this is the perfect curl. And it says the hair is very suitable for Afro and mixed hair types, but can be installed on anyone wanting that big hair. Because of its curly texture, this hair requires a lot of moisture and maintenance. You need to activate the curls with a water conditioner mix and condition it with a moisturizing conditioner on a daily basis. All of their bundles are very dark brown to black. Color ranges from 1B to 2, but some other bundles may vary and can be medium brown or lighter towards the end. As you know, virgin hair is obviously taken directly from somebody who's donated their hair, so the hair color will vary depending on if that person was out in the sun a lot or if they have been indoors a lot. It's gonna vary. So anyway, I have the perfect curls, which is a Southern Asia hair that has been steamed. So the factory has used steams to achieve these curls with a 14-inch frontal, and that's what I've used. But I have to say, I was unable to use all of the bundles because when you use a frontal, you don't need as many bundles. So I have this much hair left over, which is quite a lot when you look at it. But it was completely sufficient to go with 2.5 bundles and the frontal. Can you believe that it is this thick and this big with only 2.5 bundles? That is a great deal. The reason why it's so thick is when you look at the wefting itself, they've done the double wefting, which means they've taken 2 singular wefts and sewed them together to give you that extra lift. I mean, look at it right here. This is the hair that I have co-washed, and it's still thick and very full from top to end, which I really appreciate. There's nothing worse than buying hair and the ends are straggly. I found that the wefts were very neat. Very, very neat. There's no mist sewing, there's nothing. Whoever made these wefts is a very, very skilled wefter, as we like to say. But have a look at that, and I'll just pull it along so you can see how neat the wefts are from top to bottom. And I've had the same thing when I was sewing it. Every single weft came out equally. And I know some people are like, oh, well, of course, you're going to make a YouTube video, so they're going to send you the best hair so that you can do a good review. But when we go and buy, they're going to send us the bad stuff. Please do not despair. I would not review a company if I hadn't already felt up their hair through other clients. I have seen other wefting on some of their straight Indian hair, and it has been impeccable. So I know that Tina did not just send me this bundle because it's the best of what she's got. Number one that I always talk about is shedding. And what I can tell you is when I was washing the hair, before I had sealed it, I got this much shedding from the hair, and that's because I was pretty rough with the hair. Whilst it was dry, I used the Tangle tweezer to go through the hair, and then I put on the deep conditioner and then brushed it through again, left it for about 25 minutes in a Tupperware bowl, and then I rinsed it and hung it up. So out of all 3 bundles and the frontal, that's how much of hair that came out of it, which is quite reasonable. After I sealed the wefts, nothing came out. I think I got about 2 or 3 strands out of it, and you can see now if I pull on it, I've got like two strands, not that you can see, but I've got like 2 strands that came out, and that is absolutely fine. Like I've said previously in my other videos, you cannot expect to buy hair that will not shed, but if you buy really bad quality hair, then you're gonna get, you know, 2 handfuls full of shedding generally on each bundle, which is not really fun. I looked at their frontal as well, and the frontal was very well made. There is no parting on the frontal, which means you can have no parting and pull it up, or you can have a middle part or a side part. Today I've got it on a side part, and you can't see the parting very well, but I will come closer so that you can see. Can you see how natural it looks? And I have not bleached the knots, I have not put concealer on it, I have not plucked it. I've done nothing because I like my closure partings to be quite tight. I'm not a firm believer in the 2-meter gap that some people may prefer. This frontal goes from here, which is the back of my ears, all the way to the other side, which means I can literally pull up my whole hair in a bun and put it up in a hairstyle. Now, the second point that people ask is, does it tangle? For me, this is curly hair, so you will never be able to, like you would be able to do with straight hair, pull your fingers through and run it through. You can't do that with this. You will always go like that. It will always be like that. And for me, that is enough, because when I have, see what happens when you pull your fingers through, or if you want to run your fingers through, you're going to manipulate the hair to be bigger than you might want it. The more I play with this hair, the bigger it's going to get. I have to say I love the hair. Now, a question that most people ask me is, but can you straighten the hair? And of course, if you're going to have curly hair, I prefer for people to have several different types of wigs, a curly wig, a straight wig, a wavy wig. That way you can leave your curly hair curly, your straight hair straight, and your wavy hair wavy. But if you're going to invest in this hair from Luxhairious and buy just this one, obviously you might want the versatility of being able to straighten it sometimes. And virgin hair, even hair that's been texturized using steam, you should be able to straighten it, and when you wet it, it's going to turn curly again. So I've got my GHDs right here, and I've got a tiny bit of the hair left, and I'm just going to take a strand right here, and no heat protection, nothing, because it's not a big deal right now. I'm going to go through it and see if it straightens on one go. Look at that. It's not bone straight, obviously, but then you have to run this over it again. And then a third time should be enough for this hair. So there you go. Can you straighten it? Yes, you can. As Obama says, yes, you can. Now let's see what happens when I wet the straight part that I just straightened. Okay. So after I wash the hair, you can hardly see the difference. Look at that. This is the dry part. Okay, so let me hold it there. This hair is dry. That's here. And this is the wet one. So look at that. The curls have come back even though I used my straightener to straighten it. That's how great it is. Well, let me just tell you more about the owner of the business. Her name is Tina. She's a young lady like myself. She's based in Stockholm, but we're members in a group called the Afro Talk Forum on Facebook, which is for us with Afro and mixed hair in Scandinavia, where we can share information. And she's very knowledgeable. She constantly posts there, and she gives people advice on hair that they're using, how to improve it, how to take care of it. So she's very knowledgeable in what she does. And you must respect that. When someone has a company and she puts down that much time and energy to get you the best hair, they're doing their job right, because that's the absolute minimum you would require from anyone. So, like I said, If you have any questions about any hair on their website, I'll post their website link as well, so you can just go in, look at the prices and pick the ones you want. You can also email them on their Facebook page, ask them any questions before you make a purchase. I know for sure I'll be trying out their Cambodian hair because it looks really nice. Another thing that I do when I receive hair is I will take a couple of strands, I think you can see here, or maybe not, I'll just stay behind my ring light. I'll rip it off from the weft, and I hold it like that. Can you guess what I'm about to do? I got fire right here. I always burn the hair and see what consistency it comes. If the hair is not virgin hair, or it's a human hair mix, or it's a horse hair, trust and believe that when you burn it, it's gonna turn into a clumpy mess. But when it is virgin hair, when you burn it, it's gonna turn white, and it's gonna turn into dust and leftover residue. So let's do that right here. Let me just put that plate right there so that I don't mess up my computer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right there. Can you see it? There's a white, uh-oh, it's burnt onto my nail. It smells of hair. It's like burning your own hair, and it's turned into white dust. That was the first thing I did when I received the hair. I burnt it to double check that it was virgin hair, and it smelled like human hair. It smells like when I burn my own afro, and it crumbled in and left a white residue. Remember that. So when you get hair sent to you or you buy hair, take out maybe 3 or 4 strands and burn it and see how it reacts. If it turns white, you got yourself the real deal. If it turns plasticky, you got yourself a fake, and you need to post that right. So, the things that you would like to know this hair, I hope I have covered in this video. What does it feel like? It's very soft, like really soft butter. Yeah, that's weird. Imagine having butter in your hair. Okay, Lovette, snap out of it. Slap out of it. Okay, how does the hair feel? It feels very soft against my skin. The curls are very soft and bouncy. It has the ability to go very big if I want it, and it has the ability to be tamed when I want it to be. Does it shag? I told you where I rate it on a 1 to 10. If you're super rough with it, as I put it through, obviously it's going to shag. If you seal the hair, it won't shag at all. You'll get 3 strands or 2 strands here and there, but that's fine for curly hair. That's to be expected for curly hair. Tangling, I haven't received any tangling. Like I said, afro hair or deep curly hair is not hair that you can expect to run your fingers through and expect to come out of the other end with no damage. But for me, I think this, to be able to do that with my fingers, is absolutely sufficient. So I've covered everything. I will probably come back in 2 months and do a follow-up review on this hair and let you know how it's keeping up and do I still feel the same way about it. But also, please don't forget to like and subscribe and share and leave me a comment. Anything is better than nothing. So I really appreciate you guys, and I really appreciate the love that you guys send me, from all your inboxes with your questions that you don't want to post on the video, to the comments that you leave. It just gives me that extra oomph to keep going and making YouTube videos for you, and I cannot explain to you how much I appreciate that. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for giving me this platform, and thank you so much for supporting me, and thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and have a blessed day. Mwah.